Before pulling out of the bus yard, a thorough pre-trip inspection will assist in catching issues before getting onto the road. It is important to check for any windshield, window, or body damage, fluid leaks, or abnormal noises. Check the oil level, wiper blades, headlights, turning signals, clearance lights, reflectors, tires, and wheel walls. It is important to check the interior of the vehicle to ensure there is an adequate number of securement devices and wheelchair seatbelts, and that all the securement equipment works properly. Ensure that you check everything on your agency's inspection form each time before you leave the bus yard, and document any issues appropriately. Your agency should have a policy that dictates when a bus cannot be put into service due to a problem discovered during a pre-trip inspection. This may include things such as the bus lift or ramp not operating properly.
Public transportation that is accessible is a key piece to making it possible for people anywhere on the ability spectrum to be productive, enjoy social recreational opportunities, and take care of the business of life, whatever that might be. Whatever we do to make transportation more accessible to people with disabilities also benefits other people.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
Just give me 1 second, let me lower the bus for you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Just watch your step coming in, please.
Perfect, thank you.
Awesome. How you doing today? Yeah. It's a little lower. There you go. Just a little bit lower. Perfect, perfect. Would you like a hand to get a seat?
Yeah, please.
Okay, I'll be on your left with my right arm.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. And there's a seat, first seat to your left.
All right, thank
Awesome.
you.
You're welcome. What stop are you getting off at?
Fourth and Jackson.
4th and Jackson, no problem. We should be there in about 15 to 20 minutes, but I will come get you when we're there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fixed route buses are required to have equipment to secure wheelchairs and other mobility devices. The transit agency has a choice when they set their policy about whether securing mobility devices is mandatory or available upon request. So that's not dictated by the ADA, that's an agency policy. The shoulder strap on a fixed route bus is always optional because no one else on the bus has to wear a shoulder strap. Just ask and follow the customer's preferences. Never talk over or around a person with a disability by talking to the person who is with them. If you want to know if the rider with a disability needs help, ask him directly. Physical ability varies widely, even between two people who have the same disability. Never assume what a person can or can't do. Always ask.
When picking up a passenger using a wheelchair or other mobility device, if there is a curb or sidewalk, ensure that you pull close enough to deploy the lift, and that the surface is flat, which will help ensure that the tow guard flap works properly. If you have a rear lift, you will need to ensure sufficient space behind the vehicle for safe use of the tow guard flap and safe boarding. Once stopped, ensure the vehicle is in park and turn on your hazard lights. To ensure safe operation of the lift when assisting passengers using wheelchairs to board, you should push or pull the wheelchair onto the lift. Secure the safety restraint strap. Set the brakes on the wheelchair or disengage the clutches on a power wheelchair, and make sure their feet are clear of the tow guard flap. You should hold on to their wheelchair both when raising and lowering the lift. Once the lift is level with the vehicle floor, disengage the brakes, push the passenger onto the vehicle, then set the brakes again and partially stow the lift. Mobility devices should be secured using a 4-point securement with 2 in the front and 2 in the back. To do so, you should center the wheelchair between the 4 securement areas. Then set the brakes or turn the power off. Attach the straps as high on the chair as possible without attaching them higher than the seat and as close as possible to a 45-degree angle to the frame. It is important never to attach the securement straps to the wheels, the folding cross brace of manual wheelchairs, or any removable parts. Tighten the straps, then test the movement of the wheelchair. The chair should not move more than 2 inches in any direction. It is important to note that according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, you can only require the use of lap belts and shoulder harnesses by persons using wheelchairs if all passengers on board are required to do the same. Transit agencies must have a written policy that is passed by their governing body regarding securement of mobility devices and seat belts, shoulder harnesses. Agencies may require that an individual permit their wheelchair or mobility device to be secured. However, the agency may not deny transportation to a wheelchair or its user on the grounds that the device cannot be secured or restrained satisfactorily by the vehicle securement system.
Just talk to us, try to assist us, ask us if we need help. We're not going to break. We're not porcelain dolls.
Is there anywhere specific you want me to strap this on?
The yellow strap back here.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect.
Because we're normal. We are normal individuals that just want to be part of a transportation experience and just not be shut in our homes. By being a part of a transportation network, the ability to move around and freedom of movement is what I call just being part of society.
By the way, do you want the shoulder strap?
I have my own seatbelt.
You sure?
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up?
The ADA requires that certain seats be designated as priority seats for people with disabilities and for seniors, and that has to have the appropriate signage that designates them as that, and that the operator asks people to move from those seats when needed.
May I have a seat up front, please? First seat on the door side.
You can't make them move, but you must ask them to move. When verbal communication isn't effective, try using a pen and pad to communicate with that individual. If someone is lip reading, you want to look at them directly and don't exaggerate your words because it changes the shape of your mouth, which is what they're watching when they're lip reading.
Drivers may not recognize that their passengers have hidden disabilities. They may also have passengers who need to communicate other than by speaking. Individuals may have learned to ride independently by using a travel trainer. Travel trainers use a variety of techniques to assist with all types of disabilities.
Great job, okay.
If we're working with somebody and we have a tool, it's a little card that says, I'm going here, I'm taking this bus to this bus stop address, and I'm getting off at this bus stop, and they hand it to the bus driver needs to know what to do with that card and how to give it back to the individual. So it's not just getting somebody out on the buses. We need to make sure that they're going to be successful in the whole aspect of the program for their safety. Metro does not want anybody out there that's not going to be safe, making good decisions, and being able to get there and get back.